Well, Merry Christmas Eve. It's sure a foggy one here in Michigan today. As you can see, the lights off in the distance takes a little bit. But yeah, it's December 24th. I'm just out for a little drive today. I'll turn the camera around and I'll show you what I'm looking at. So no, unfortunately this isn't any news or anything like that, but it is, since it is Christmas Eve, you can always dream about what Santa may put under the Christmas tree. So a little background on this. For one, I'm actually just wasting time. My wife sings at church this morning, which means she has to get there pretty early. Instead of driving two cars, we drive together. And since I have time to waste, the Greenmark dealership in Holland is only 14 minutes from church. So yeah, I definitely came to for a little drive to waste the 2 hours, and then I'll go to church and get to hear my beautiful wife sing. So that will be good. But I had been seeing this one on the Greenmark website. So again, a little bit more background. My dad's farm in 1999 was able to purchase a 1997 John Deere 9200. And so me being the 10/11-year-old at the time, this tractor was absolutely golden to me. I mean, they had a John Deere 8440 prior to that as their biggest tractor, and then a 2+2. So you put this next to a 8440 articulated John Deere, it just looks absolutely amazing. This isn't that tractor. So when my cousins took over the dairy farm, they obviously bought that tractor as part of it, so that's still with them. But if there ever was, if there's one thing that I will try to budget to buy in my time of farming my dad's land, it's going to be a 9200. This is it's obviously getting up there in age right now, but to me, if I could buy if this would show up under the Christmas tree tomorrow, yeah, this would be the one thing that I'm gonna eventually want. Don't know how. Maybe as things age and get a little cheaper. But actually, this one, it's intriguing. So it's a 1998. It does have 8,000 hours on it, which is pretty high. But it is for like $60,000. So it's kind of reflective in that. The biggest thing that I was like really drawn to and why I wanted to see it was just the tires are pretty much brand new. Either they did it recently or I don't know. I don't know when they put new tires on, but the fronts all look good. The backs, these look pretty new. And then has wheel weights. And so the one thing that it doesn't, so I guess when my dad and his brothers got their 9200, they had bought one that was bareback, and they did pay to have the PTO added to it, and they add a fourth remote. For me, I don't really need the PTO. The only thing I run PTO is the fertilizer spreader in the spring, so that really doesn't apply. The fourth remote, it would come in handy, but it's not necessary. It's not really a thing. I can get away with the bareback, and then you may say, well, why are you even looking? For one, obviously, just the sentimental value of eventually owning I'm not looking. But eventually the sentimental value of owning a tractor like this would be amazing. Two, so my 8245R is a little light for some of the equipment. So the 11 shank chisel, the 5 shank ripper, the 30-foot field cultivator. In ideal conditions, it's a perfect match. But there are some times where you know that you could actually do a better tillage job with something with more traction and more pull. Because to me, like you start your year, there's obviously so many variables that come into play when you're doing crops. I mean, the weather is huge, but if you do a really bad job at tillage, you're gonna see that all year. Doesn't matter, even if you have the most ideal growing season, you're going to see that. So to me, having something that would like ensure the seed bed is good, that's something that will be of interest eventually. But yeah, that was why I'm here. Clearly there's other tractors in their lineup. I had last fall when I picked up my head, I had just like stopped and looked in this. So this is an 8770, but as you can see, the tires are probably more on the 20%, and that would be a concern, because to put all 8 tires, even though it wouldn't get that many hours per year, just that's a crazy investment. And these other ones, they're just too expensive. This 8760, so when my dad's farm bought the 9200, they had also looked at an 8760, because it's essentially the same tractor, just different. The 99,000 series is just newer, but it's the same horsepower and everything. Clearly this needs tires and probably wasn't taken the best care of. And then you obviously get down into the big tractors. But the 8770 looks nice, but the tires, and if I remember correctly, this 9200 is only $10,000 more, and the tires alone are worth every penny of that. So let's get in it. This just brings back so many memories. This is like, the funny thing is even the where the decal kind of stripped off, that's like exactly what my dad's 9200 looked like. But this, let's see what it looks like inside. Clean cab. So that's another thing. So my dad's 9200 had the field station, field office, whatever they called it. We were just excited. So we many hours sitting on that as if it was a buddy seat, because growing up in a 4440, 4430, the 8440 was kind of nice because under the armrest was a box that we'd sit on. But like, this was the true buddy seat that we had. And so yeah, this is exactly the same. So the quad was it a 24 speed, if I remember. I'm gonna feel dumb for not knowing this, because it had high low. So actually, so I'm wrong. It's not the quad. It's A, B, C, D, and then 1, 2, 3. But then you had high low, which was just, this is like I haven't gotten a chance to ever be around the 9200 of my dad's farm since 2012, so I haven't been in a 9200 in this long. So kind of a cool thing on Christmas Eve to get to see. I do see the keys in here. I am going to I'm gonna do this. Ooh. That's cool. The yurt run. You never went down those backwards. You always just did that. But the sound of that engine. Okay, I'm sorry, Greenmark. If anybody watches this from Greenmark, I know I'm probably not supposed to do this, but high-low. I haven't driven an articulated tractor in so long. Oops, I'm sorry. I probably should get it back. I mean, it's like a test drive, right? Oh, I miss this. That was cool. That was one. It will be eventually something I'd like to have on the farm. So yeah, maybe not this one, but yeah, that brought back many memories. Getting to ride, and then also like I spent a lot of time getting to do field work in it myself. It was my uncle's favorite tractor. My dad would always say like he could care less about doing my dad could care less about doing field work. Didn't matter what tractor it was. He did it because it needed to get done, but not necessarily because he loved it. My uncle could spend days out in the spring. Like this tractor would pull it would chisel, because they had a 13 shank chisel that paired well with this, and then they disced with it as well. And then all summer, my other uncle chopped with it. They had it on their pull type forage harvester, just because it handled it really well. So, and then in the fall, my uncle, who did all the tillage work, then ran grain cart with it. So it was obviously the main tractor for the farm, and got a lot of use. And yeah, and so my dad's jobs really didn't use it that much, but I know he still liked it though. It was the nicest tractor. So anyways, it's Christmas Eve, and I probably should be 8:10. Still have over an hour to waste, but this was a fun Santa. If you are real, just put this under the Christmas tree, and I won't say anything.